What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, going back to Tool. Yes, indeed, Tool fans feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Supervised Chaos, and this is actually Supervised Chaos's prioritized request for the month of January for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, Chaos. Hope you enjoy the show, man. Supervised Chaos want to see me react to this. It is Tool with a tune called Disposition. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, yeah, I've heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by Tool, surprise, surprise, and the video has 2.3 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Tool. Disposition audio. Nothing to it. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Okay, so we're in 4. I like the fact the bass is taking the lead. That sounds good. Adam coming in with those harmonics. Very chill song.
Watch the weather change. Watch the weather change.
Okay. By Tool's own standards, this is a very simple song. Especially songs that I've heard from Tool coming off of this album. This song is very stripped down, bare bones. 4/4, no problem with that. It's got a nice feel. It's got a nice groove to it. Very easy to follow and identify. Bass led. The bass player, Justin, is definitely leading the charge on this song. Adam's throwing in some great accent work with the harmonics coming in. Not just harmonics, but also actual notational notes as well. A nice little blend between the two. Maynard apparently is watching the weather change, which is, you know, hey, I'm glad Maynard found something to do with his spare time. That's important.
That is an achievement.
Good job, Maynard. Proud of you. The drumming, Danny Carey with the drumming, playing around with some of those rototoms, really nice. Not terribly impressive with as far as like polyrhythmic patterns go. It's pretty simple, pretty straight ahead. 16ths and 8ths and quarters, obviously. No problems there. Like I said, by Tool Zone standards, this is very stripped down and basic. It's got a nice, relaxed feel to it, which I'm normally not the biggest fan of, but I can see this song being used as like an interlude between like two high-powered songs, you know, maybe between like, I don't know, Schism maybe and The Grudge. Maybe something between the two of those songs, you know. It'd be great if The Grudge was like, you know, I believe The Grudge is the first track. Have that be the first track. Yeah, put this song in as track 2 and then have Schism as, you know, track 3 or something like that. You want two high power songs. Put this in the middle as an interlude. I think it would work beautifully as a transitional song. On its own, standing on its own, its merits are good. It's all right, but I really see the strength in this song as an interlude. So, anyway, that's my first impressions. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is all prelude to some big bombastic explosive song. I don't know. Let's find out. Keep watching that weather, Maynard.
Mention this to me. Mention something. Mention anything. Mention this to me. Watch the weather change. Watch the weather change. Watch the weather change.
Feels like guitar is starting to take the lead now. Oh, wow, we are wrapping up. I was going to say, it feels like we're wrapping up. This is an interlude. This is an interlude song. This has got to be in between two songs. Doing. This has got to be leading into something. It's got to be leading into something. Right? Or is this? I didn't think about this. Maybe this is the last song on the album. That'd be an interesting ending for an album with that doom and then the dun 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 dun. That would be a real interesting ending for an album. Not quite sure what to make of the song as far as its purpose, its reason, but as far as the songwriting it goes and the execution of the song goes, I don't really see anything to complain about. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Tool with Disposition. This was a request from Supervised Chaos. And this was actually Supervised Chaos's prioritized request for the month of January for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Chaos. Hope you enjoyed the show, man. Okay, honestly, there's not a lot to talk about. I talked about everything I was going to discuss during the course of the reaction. So bullet points, bing bop boop, and we're going to pretty much call this a day. Let's start with the score first. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that, I'm going to give that song a 6.5. Yep, 6.5. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, 6.5. What does that mean? Well, a 6.5 would translate to a pretty good scale rating. So overall, I think the song is actually pretty good. It would get 3 out of 5 stars and a B- letter grade. Yeah, B as in boy. So there you go, a 6.5, pretty good scale rating, 3 out of 5 stars and a B- letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. By Tool's own standards, let's be honest here, okay? Can we be honest with each other here? By Tool's own standards, this is probably one of the most simplistic songs I think I've ever heard from them. Straight ahead, 4/4 time, no problem there. Just a little more acclimated with them being a little more ingenuitive, I guess, and creative with their time signature usage. We stayed in 4/4 the whole time, slowed down tempo, a nice relaxed feel to the song. Now, is there anything wrong with that? No, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I'm just saying, if you're asking me if I find that impressive or great, even by Tool's own standards, no, I'm not going to say that. It's pretty good. Sure, no problem. I'll give it that all day long. The chordal progression running around with, it felt like we were in A. No, we weren't in A. We were in B. My apologies. We were in B. B down to the G, down to the E for the most part. You know, the old 1-3-5, but in minor mode instead of major mode. It's not a major triad, it's a minor triad. Following that pattern pretty much the whole song. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Also, we did the G to the A to the E as well. The 3 to the 4 to the 1. I mean, it's nothing all that complex, but again, solid work. I was glad to see the majority of the song. It felt like the bass was kind of leading the charge, at least from the standpoint for the beginning and the ending. In the middle section, it felt to me like Adam kind of took over, moving out of the harmonics and sparse notes to more of a actual melodic line being carried, which I felt was really nice. Maynard's vocals on this, I'm going to be honest with you, I felt like they were unneeded. I'm not saying this to be rude or disrespectful to Maynard, because I think the guy is a great vocalist, but but vocally, I really don't feel like he contributed anything of value to the song. Even the lyrics, you know, watch the weather change. Well, I mean, I'm glad he found, you know, a hobby. That's wonderful. You know, I'm glad he found something to do with his spare time when he's not touring, but at the same time, you know, I'm not going to sit here and say those are some deep lyrics, because they're not. And even what he was singing, the line, the notation that he was singing, not complicated whatsoever. The drumming on this was interesting. I'm not going to say it was complicated. I've heard Danny Carey on other songs just tear it up and do some phenomenal things on the drums. Otherworldly things on the drums. This is not it. You know, this was very simple, very straight ahead. So like I said, it's a pretty good song overall. Now here are the interesting things. I see this song being used in one of two ways. Knowing what I know about Tool and coming off of the Lateralist album, I'm going to say one of two things. One, this is an interlude. This is an interlude song that they're putting between two big powerhouse songs. Songs like The Grudge or Schism or no, it wouldn't be Parable and Parabola. It wouldn't be those two because they go into each other as it is. I'm trying to think of some other big songs that came off of that album that I've heard on the channel, and none really come to mind. But maybe between those two, or maybe between two other bombastic songs that I haven't heard yet. I see that being an option. Option two, and I didn't think about this until the very end when I heard that ending with the. It sounds like they're dropping like a big bounce, like a little, or actually it could be big, bouncy ball on one of the toms. You know, bing, 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 bing. I know that's being done with the drumstick, just, you know, lightly letting it kind of bounce on its own. Could be used as the ending of the album. This could be the last track on the album. And would that work? Absolutely. This could absolutely work as the last track on the album. I could see that fitting. So my guess is just one of those two. It's an interlude song between two bombastic songs, or it's the last track on the album. I see this song working in either one of those capacities. Now, am I right? I don't know. I'm gonna have to leave that up to the Tool fans to let me know if I'm correct in my assumptions of one of those two. But in any case, it's a solid song. It's a pretty good song. I'm not gonna sit here and blow things out of proportion, though, guys. I'm just not. I'm gonna call it spade a spade. And honestly, like I said, it's a pretty good song. Not by Tool's own standards, not the most impressive song I've heard from them, but it's solid. So I got no issue with it. So yeah, 6.5. That's where we're at, and that's where we're gonna stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 6.5, which is a pretty good scale rating. 3 out of 5 stars and a B- letter grade. Yes, B as in boy. B- letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, that did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.